Obviously, we are still waiting for the additional guidance that is going to come out in terms of COVID protocols once the state is open after June 30th. We fully expect that there will still be some mask mandates in place for those who are not vaccinated. And I think that's for our county. My understanding from the health district this week is we had 31% of our population with at least one vaccine, and with two, that percentage dropped to 29%. That's a low vaccination rate. There are counties around us that have that vaccination rate up at 70%. Per my understanding, that is when we can count on what's called herd immunity. So knowing this and knowing that we were headed toward opening, I reached out to the health district and Grant County Emergency Management, and we have brought clinics to us. So just last Friday, we opened up City Hall and had the vaccines available here. We will do that again June 4th, and that can be open to the public. We wanted to make it accessible for our employees. First and foremost, as a city manager, I want to make sure that we have a safe workforce. We provide essential services. We've got to keep our people healthy. You depend on us for your drinking water and your ability to flush your toilet and to have a police officer show up at your door. So we've got to keep people healthy. I do know that with the vaccination availability, yes, it's widely available in pharmacies, etc. However, Grant County Emergency Management and Grant County Health District are doing mobile clinics, and they are working at the request of communities to come in and help get people vaccinated. And that outreach has been ongoing throughout this process, and they've been working diligently to get out into those communities. So I would say it's just to the community out there, please make a need known, and the resources will be made available because they are passionate about making sure that everyone, regardless of their situation, has access to these vaccines.
And for those who want to go get the vaccination at City Hall, what steps do they have to do to make that happen?
So the next clinic here will be on June 4th. And so just prior to that week, we will have a sign up, a link made available. We'll have that on our website, and it will be on the Grant County Health District website so that they know how many vaccines to order. And it runs from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. We're excited to offer that. So I would say to just watch our website or Grant County's website, and we'll make that information available.
And then what is the city doing to prepare themselves for the reopening date? Governor Inslee said for June 30th.
Right. So actually, because last year, as you know, as we went through this process, last year we were progressing in phases and actually anticipated opening. And so our facilities have been modified to ensure the safe access of the public and the safety of our employees. And so for folks that will be entering our facilities when they come in, they'll see more plexiglass, etc. And I anticipate there will still be masking. We actually had those plans in place a long time ago. For our outward bound programs, for example, the Surf and Slide Water Park, they had a whole protocol that they needed to put together to open to the public that was approved by the Health District and Labor and Industries. And they just had their audit, which I hear went well. With each of these processes, we've had to put a plan together and ensure that it meets the CDC guidelines and then our state guidelines. We are governed by the Department of Labor and Industries in terms of the ability to open facilities.
Okay. And then you said you're city manager new here for this will be your upcoming year.
Mhm.
And I'm guessing 2020 wasn't really the best year that you anticipated that you were going to get. As Washington was struck first with the coronavirus, we didn't know what to do. We didn't know what this virus was when it first hit us. From your perspective as a city manager, how did you grow from the coronavirus? What did it teach you the most?
Boy, that's a really good question. So I think from our city being a new city manager, the silver lining, if there was one, to COVID. First of all, I just want to say that my heart hurts for all of the people that we lost, and we had some close calls within our workforce, and we will be forever changed by that. We will hold on to that because I think that there has been a lack of recognition that there has been a human cost to all of this. Um, in regards to our organization, the silver lining perhaps is that um, we were forced to work remotely or from our offices, and so it proved to us, number one, that we could, and that perhaps our workforce will operate differently in the future, and that's something that we'll continue to explore. And I think that will make us an attractive workplace. So in the past, I think Moses Lake has had some trouble recruiting employees, and I think it's pretty exciting. There's great work to do here, and I think that uh, we proved to ourselves that we could do this work quickly, and technology is our friend. So I think that is one good piece. Um, the other good piece is that within our organization and all of the planning work that we need to get caught up on. We've got a state mandate here that we need to get our overall comprehensive plan updated and approved. Um, I think COVID allowed us to focus internally a bit and get some of the nuts and bolts work uh, completed. And so that was another silver lining. Um, and I think thirdly, I think it helped me to get to know this community on a level that I may not have gotten to know otherwise. Um, the caring and diligent people who are out there in our organizations and who really pulled together. It was a crash course in building those relationships, and so that was another silver lining.
Does the city have a plan as these vaccinations continue to come out to work with Grant County Health, Washington Health to help debunk some of the vaccination myths going around?
We are certainly working with the health district. They have some really great messaging going on, and we are encouraging our employees to put those messages out and to be a part of the campaign that is ongoing. We are so open, and I think in my last conversation with you, Brandon, you represent the up and coming and that youthful voice that we continue to struggle to reach. And so we are open to methods that we can really help get the word out in our youth. Again, the last statistics that I saw with COVID incidences rate and hospitalizations, um, they're they're really high in the 19 to 40-year-old range. And so the answer is this vaccination, and the science said this is like a flu shot. This may become a regular part of our practice on an annual basis, just like we get the flu shot. So I think that is a part of the conversation that needs to happen is normalizing this a little bit. In the centuries, there have been these pandemics, and we have answered the pandemics with a vaccine that has become a part of our practice. And I think that's part of the message that needs to get out.
So, what are you looking forward to after this is over?
You know, my husband and I are social, and we used to have a practice of family gatherings, other gatherings, several nights out in a restaurant. I think I am most looking forward just to normalizing those types of daily interactions. I think that will be wonderful to get to know Moses Lake more on that level.
Well, thank you, Allison Williams, City Manager of Moses Lake, for being here with us today.
You are very welcome. Thank you for the time. I appreciate it.